Hey guys, so today I'm gonna show you an amazing app called iSaveMoneyGo. I know the name is weird, but it's an amazing app and I think that everybody should use it. So let's dive right into it. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and create a new budget. Okay, I'm gonna select the date. So we're gonna plan for September, from 1st to 1st or 10th to 10th. Okay, so let's go to September 1st. That's gonna be our starting point, and our ending point is gonna be October the 1st. Yeah, or automatically got it. Okay, and okay, let's go. Choose the currency. So I'm gonna pick Pakistani rupees. It's probably up there. Where? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's giving me a bunch of different options here on my screen. That like presets. Okay, now obviously I don't have a business yet, so I have no income from business, so it's asking me to add sources of my income in the first one, and obviously the expenses that I have in the second one. Okay, as you can see here. So we have like multiple income streams in the form that my brother earns, I earn, and then we get a pension. Okay, so right now I'm gonna name this income one. Okay, and give it like brother's salary. Okay, now I'm not gonna put any actual value here, I'm gonna put dummy values here. Now I'm gonna change that to my salary. Okay, I'm gonna make that 10 grand too, and then I'm gonna add another income stream, and I'm gonna make that dad's pension. Okay, so oh, by the way, we gotta add a value here, numeric value, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so we got 30 grand up there now, and that's our income. Okay, now as for budgeting, normally what people have is daily living, so we could put that as rent. Okay, and we can put rent as, I don't know, like 5,000 as a dummy value. We can put food and groceries as 5,000. Okay, then we got car payment. Okay, we're gonna put that down as 2,500. And we got our own transportation expenses, so mine's like way high up there, but I'm gonna put in like 5,000 here. Okay, so we're ending up at 17,000 here. Now we haven't added electricity, water supply, etc., so I'm just gonna add a custom category, and I'm gonna name it water. So we have a new category, water. I'm gonna add the value here. It's gonna be $1,000. Okay, I'm gonna add another value here. Gonna name that electricity. It's pretty easy to use when you're adding stuff. Okay, I'm gonna add electricity and make that like 25 grand, 100. Okay, so we're at 21,000 now. Obviously there are other expenses. I'm not gonna note everything down here just for the demo. I'm gonna save this. And now you can see we're in our dashboard where we have different values now. So here, now it may seem a little confusing because this is just too much information and too many zeros, too many numbers. So let's close all of that. You see this arrow here on the left where it says income goal? So that's where you can, expand or collapse the menu where you have your salaries, okay, or your income sources. Then you have your expenses. You collapse or expand that menu, and then you have all your expenses. Now how you navigate through this app is it has these 4 buttons, as you can see above the income goal, beneath the distribution or the chart that you see of the income with the circle, etc. So here you are able to, like, if you click the farthest right where it says there's an icon of tapping. So if I click the farthest right option, it shows me a menu where I can drag and drop these options. So I can, either put this above, like open this and reorganize these values like this. See, like whatever amount I want to see first. I can do the same. Like for example, rent is more important than everything else, so I'm gonna put that up. And then once I'm done setting these, I can press the correct sign, and then it is gonna save that setting or sequence that I made. Then we have this. This is just a different view of the same thing, and don't think that this provisional balance and remaining to spend is any error. Okay, it's just the responsiveness of the design, so it's not a glitch in the app. Okay, but anyways, this is just a different view of the same thing, and it allows you to view the expenses in a different format. Okay, that's nothing important. Then we have this. I don't understand what this is. The dashboard display preferences. So it's like the ascending order, descending order, top, bottom, whatever, etc. You can figure it out on your own. I don't mess around with it. I like to keep things default. But here's something interesting. Now, the farthest left option where you have the calendar icon, if you click on that, then you see all these dates. And these are the dates where you can make entries for incoming or outgoing expenses. So for example, let's say if on September 1st I received my salary, okay, I'm gonna tap salary. Okay, I'm gonna add plus, and it's gonna ask me like, are you recording an expense or are you recording an income, like something came in or something went out? So I'm gonna record income. I'm gonna add a category, my salary, for example, and the value is there, right? We already know it's 10 grand. But let's say I had some deductions because I was late and I missed a few days, so now it's 9,500. Okay. Now, whenever you click here, it's gonna give you an option to sign up to the paid plan, but you don't have to. Like all you gotta do is like tap here, somewhere else, and it's gone. Okay. This transaction is recurring. If you want to make it recurring, so that you don't have to enter it every time, then it's going to ask you for money, so you can't really do that. So you gotta click outside the box. So you'll have to make this salary entry manually every month if you're using the free plan. Okay, now you don't need to add any of this information like the account, the payer, etc. You just click on save. And now when we click on save, oh yeah, description, salary received. This is something, which is like a required field, so you can't skip it. But now I'm gonna click on save. And as you can see, this shows as a green balance that 9,500 has been received. Okay, daily balance. Now it's not an expense, so it shows 0 on the expense side. Now let's go back. On first, we recorded that on September 1st, I got 9,500. Now let's go back to our dashboard. I clicked on back, and I'm back on my dashboard. Okay. And when you tap that grid again, the third option, it should just changes the view again back to the, this dashboard view. So it shows that now we have an income of 9,500. Our expense is 21,000, and we're short by 11,500, as you can see here. Okay, and if you click on income goal or whatever, it shows you 32% has been fulfilled. I've received 95% of my salary, which is 10 grand, and now 9,500 has been earned. The rest of the amounts have not been earned because the entries for those values have not been added in the calendar. So if I were to add another, let's say income, let's say dad's pension was received, so I'm gonna select dad's pension, but for whatever reason there were some tax deductions, etc. Pension received. I'm reporting this demo for my brother to give him a demo how easy it is to use this application. Okay, so there were some tax deductions, and now my dad's pension is also 9,500. Let's suppose. Okay, we're gonna save, and now we have more amount received. Okay. So now we're almost in the green. We only need 2 grand. We're not in the minus now. We have 19 grand at our disposal. So we were just received 2 incomes. Okay. Now let's change this and go back to the calendar entries, and let's say on the 7th of September I want to report an expense that we paid rent. Okay, so I'm going to choose a category and I'm going to select based on the categories that I created within this budget. I'm going to choose which one it is. Okay, if it is something miscellaneous or it is not recorded already inside, then I would have to make a separate entry in the budget for that amount and then add it here. So I'm going to select rent, and after I've selected rent, I'm going to type a description: house rent or rent paid, whatever. Rent paid. Okay, and it was 5 grand, so I'm just going to make the same amount entry, 5 grand. Oh my god, I should just buy the I think I should buy the right version. Anyways, I'm just going to click on save, and this is recorded as expense, so it's already in minus, as you can see on the right side. Now let's go back to our dashboard. Okay, so as you can see, dad's income received, my salary received, right? Oh, that's a change of view. Okay, my salary received, dad's pension received, right? And then we have the total expense, which shows that rent has been paid 100%. So now our income is 19. Okay, our provisional balance, which is required still, is $2,000 to complete the expenses. Remaining to spend is 16,000, and we already paid rent. Okay, so as you can see, total spend is 5,000, and here we can see that in the entries that the rent has been paid. So this is how we can manage all the expenses with manual entries without having to, check for receipts, etc. Like every person makes their own entries, and everybody else involved can see it. And you can even share it with anybody else. Like you can share it with the link, or you can share it via email. You can enter their email and send them the link, and they can also become members and start making entries, and you can check their editing rights. So it's a pretty cool application. I highly recommend it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry about this being a really long video.